Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Manticore, the Tier 10 British light tank. It's located on the southwest spawn of Outpost under the command of JerryKiller. And yes, this appears to be when he was back in a different clan. Game on. Well, you can see he's got the Corbin Dallas colours. Yes. That's from Fifth Element, that one. It's funny, I watched two videos about the Fifth Element just the other day. Apparently, it was Mila Jovovich's favourite film of all the ones she's made. Anyway, let's get back to the battle. This is a 105mm main gun mounted on top of the hull, which is, well, unusual, to say the least. But, as you can see, he's weaving around, trying to find the best spot to be in. And he is very stealthy, so he can do that. Now, these 105mm rounds, he doesn't get many of them, and they do 390 alpha, 268mm a pen with standard APC, well, not standard APCR, premium APCR, and he's actually carrying a few HE rounds as well, which are capable of 480 alpha. But he doesn't have enough to kill all of the enemy vehicles in this game, so he does rely on using his stealth and his spotting to end up with loads of hit points at the end of the game and loads of credits. Excuse me. Okay, well, he's spotting quite nicely. The problem with this tank actually is it has the wrong name. Originally, it was supposed to be called the Chimera 1955, but Wargaming had already put a tank called the Chimera into the game, so they couldn't call it the Chimera as well. So they had to call it something else, and the name Manticore is entirely an invention of Wargaming. It's not its true name. It was just a prototype. It was in the design blueprints, that's all, and nothing else. Never got put into production, never got built a prototype. Originally it was supposed to be a tank destroyer, not a light tank. Oh, he spotted a Sheridan. Not a bad move for the Sheridan there. Not a good move, rather, I should say. Not a bad move. A very bad move for the Sheridan. He got spotted as a light tank hiding in the bush, and now he's about to be evicted. But I don't think that we're going to be moving or firing on that guy, because after all, we are relying on spotting. And we are pitting up for spotting assist. And the Sheridan has now been evicted and is out of the game. Okay, we're changing position. Are we going to get spotted? I doubt it. It does have fairly good cover camo, and it looks like he's going way into enemy territory. Yeah, the Cobra's really loving this because he's getting loads of spotting assists in this game. You see these guys over here, every time they poke up to the ridgeline, he's spotting it and they're getting shots on them. Notice how he's really using his ability, his camo, to stay hidden, even with that Corbin Dallas taxi coloration. The big worry is, of course, he might get spotted from the castle area. There's a Concept 5 up there that could have spotted him, and there's a Jaeger as well, just a short distance away. He needs to be careful now, because if he moves out the bush now, that Jaeger could finish him off. Could finish him with one round, actually, for that matter. 17cm main gun. Okay, Ho-Re 3. Doesn't have much in the way of armour. Front of the turret is 80mm. Front of the hull 50. The rest of the hull is very, very light indeed. Ideally, he doesn't want any enemy to go behind that house. If they do go behind the house, he's going to get spotted. Now, he poked out the bush there for a brief moment, but I don't think he got spotted. The closest tank who could have spotted him is the Leopard. And now he might have to move. Yeah, that Kunstpanzer's way too close. And now he has to go, surely. Well, he's locked on and he fires one into the Kunstpanzer, but he has to move away because if he stayed where he was, he would have got wiped out. Now, all he can hope to do is stay out of the way of the gun, that Jaeger. And in fact, the best thing for him to do would be to actually find a position next door to the Kunstpanzer, his wreck rather, and that way he could hide there and the enemy wouldn't see him. But he's a bit exposed there at the moment. Got half your vehicle showing, and there is enemy over there. Oh, well, he just got a shot and I missed that one because I was paying attention in free camera just to see what was going on around him. So let's see what he did again. Yeah, sometimes I muck up. In fact, quite a lot of the time I muck up. Not as much as some content creators. Okay, he sees the Foch. Wait for it. Right into the engine bay. Perfect shot. And he fired just at the moment when the guy was double bush. So there was no chance that that Foch was going to spot him as well. But as I said, it's a long reload. The standard reload, 13.42 seconds. And you can see JerryKiller's got 12.19. Now, I keep thinking that one of those guys is going to poke up at any moment. And then he's going to be in a whole world of trouble. That Jaeger that he saw earlier in the game has actually changed position. He's now down to the south. He worked his way around. Well, we're changing position again. And I think he's going to try and creep up on those guys. Oh, no, Rex there. So he could have spotted from there, actually, from that spot. And he's decided he's going to go behind the enemy. Watch out for the T110E5. We can get that guy with one shot. Okay. E5's just about... Oh, he's gone! Now, Leopard, you should easily be able to pen the Leopard. One round in. And he got a low roll, 344. But he was spotted, so he has to pull back. Okay, there's a Cobra on the enemy team, right up the other end of the map, near our cap. And there's a TVP T5051. And I think that's where he's headed. He's still got plenty of ammo to play with. Although that very long reload precludes him actually engaging the T5051. Unless, of course, he's got support, because otherwise he might end up getting shredded, because that guy would be able to pop at least one reload, I think, to put 10 rounds into him instead of just, oh, well, not 10 rounds, 8 rounds instead of 4. Well, he hasn't come across them yet, and I think he's going to try and go round behind them. Or is he? No, changed his mind. That TVP, he's going in without support. If he does go in, yeah, he's backing in instead. Watch out. There's the TVP. Yeah, he did get spotted. So, okay, somebody, the TVP saw him. Is the TVP headed this way? Well, it appears that he is. But we might have the camo in our favour. Yak Tiger's over there. Can probably get shots on him as well. TVP, well, we haven't seen him for a while, but the Cobra's coming in our way. Okay, he's turned himself around again. Where is that TVP? I think he's covering this way. No, he's around the other side. He's actually with the Cobra. They're working together. So we can creep up on them, or creep up, roll up on them. Hello, Mr. Cobra. Remember us? Well, he's baiting him in because he's reloading. And he takes him out with one round. But now he's got to watch out for the TVP. Remember, he's got a 4-shot autoloader. Now, is he in reload? Well, we are in reload. And the TVP, well, he's ready. And he suddenly realised where we are. We're just above him. He's the last enemy alive. Hello. Oh, he got one round in there as well. And that's a high roll. 466. 446. And the guy goes down. And we capped out at the other end as well. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for JerryKiller in the Manticore. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and I think he spotted a great deal more than just 1,000. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and he got a patrol duty as well for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. And I think he was doing a huge amount of spotting for his teammates, and they were very much appreciative of it. He got a win rate of 2,922, which is on the borderline between Unicum and Super Unicum. In fact, you can see here, he narrowly missed out on actually getting a scout badge as well in that game, because he spotted 8 of the enemy. He only needed 1 more to pick up the scout badge, but I'm afraid he only got 8 in that occasion, but it was a good game all the same. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Cobra on his team, who was one of the tanks who was very appreciative of JerryKiller's work. 4,909 hit points of damage went to Cobra. Every time one of the enemy popped up, he put another round into them. The second highest damage in the game went to the Ho-Reed 3, another of the tanks that benefited from JerryKiller's spotting. 3,859, and the third highest damage in the game was the enemy TVP T5051, who picked up 3,688 hit points. When it came to kills, oh, sorry, by the way, JerryKiller got 1,825 of actual damage in that game, so he wasn't just spotting, he was actually doing damage when he got the chance as well. When it came to kills, he was actually there at the top. He shared the top score with the M48 Patton and the Death Star. Oh, no, sorry, it's not the Death Star, is it? It's an FV215B, the British heavy tank. He picked up a Pescucci's medal, so he must have killed both of the enemy Arty, and he got 3 kills. So did the M48 Patton and JerryKiller. And when it came to base XP, he's second on this one because he got 1,053, with the top scorer being the Cobra with 1,161, thanks to all that damage he did. And of course, the reason why JerryKiller is so high, because he was doing most of the spotting for these guys as well. So he picked up a very good score. They were the only 2 players over 1,000 base, but JerryKiller picked up second position, first position, and well, I think he was a little further down with this one. Let's have a look to see where he managed to get. Let's go back to that. He was beaten by, go back to damage, 1825 is there. So there's 3 members of the enemy team above him. There's 5 members on his own team, so that puts him in 9th place on damage with 1,825. Going into detail, 5 shots fired, every shot hit the target, every shot penetrated. He did 1,825 hit points of damage with just 5 rounds. He got 312 hit points as well from 300 meters. And he spotted 8 enemy vehicles, as I say, just missed out on the scout medal. 5 enemy tanks were damaged, 3 were killed, and 7,680 hit points of spotting assist in that game. No wonder the other tanks were so appreciative. He was just handing them spotting on a plate, which they were able to then utilize by putting holes in the enemy. On a premium account, he actually made a profit of 4,900 credits from that game. And he also got 7 bonds at tier 10 and 1,579 experience points. The reason this is so high is not only did he have to pay for consumables, he did use some premium rounds. They are expensive at tier 10, but he didn't use that many, only 5 rounds in total, and some of those are AP. Standard rounds are HE actually that he used. So obviously he was just basically using the right shell for the right moment, but he still came out ahead in the game. So a very good game there by JerryKiller, actually doing damage for 1,825, and on top of that doing 7,600 combined, well, 9,000, isn't it really? 9,400, which is what he said, 9k in the Manticore. So very well played, JerryKiller. You can obviously not only perform in tank destroyers like the Kari, you can also perform in light tanks as well. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.